Hello, this is Marshallie and welcome to my garden diary. Today I'm looking at this plant here in our garden, and we've had this plant for about 8 years. So it's one of the oldest plant in the garden, and it's one of those plants that is resilient but also a little bit high maintenance. So resilience and high maintenance, yeah. So we've had this plant in the garden for, as I said, for about 8 years, and I'm very surprised that it's still here because last year it did not grow at all. So I'm not sure, it's not a bulb, but there's a rhizome down there, and the area that we have it in, it's not the best soil, and as you can see, I need to go in there. I think that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to go in and clean up this area. It's kind of hard to keep this area free from weeds because the soil that is there is quite hard. And yeah, I don't know. It's just an area that I find it very hard to keep weeds away from. But this plant has been at this location for about 8 years. And as I said, last year there was absolutely nothing there, so I thought it was completely dead. So I'm surprised that it's here this year, and I'm surprised that it has produced so many blooms, or that it's doing so well. And I think the reason why this plant went dormant for last year was because it wasn't getting enough water. Because from what I've learned, this plant likes to be well watered, and we do try to keep our garden watered, but we are not the type of gardeners who are running around and watering plants all the time. So we really try to have plants that pretty much take care of themselves and are as low maintenance as possible. And that's why I think this is not really a very low maintenance plant, but it's a resilient plant because obviously not the bulbs, but the rhizome was there dormant, and then when it got the opportunity, then it bounced back, or it decided to start growing. So yeah. So apart from that, it's not a big plant because, as I said, it was already half dead. But given the chance, this can get quite bushy, and it's already quite tall. I think it's about a meter tall right now, and yeah, they can get quite tall like this. As you can see, the petals are quite nice, just yellow and attractive. It needs a lot of sun as well, so yeah, it needs a lot of sun and a lot of water. And for me, I think that is equal lots of work, because if it's in the sun, then yeah, then it's going to get dried out faster. The soil around it will get dried out faster, so you have to pay more attention to it. But where it is here in this location, um, it's in full sun for the most of the morning, and then in the afternoon it's in the shades. So I mean, half shade is also okay for this plant. But if it has full sun and lots of water, of course it grows optimally. And for fertilizer, I don't fertilize this at all. Maybe I should. Maybe I should try and fertilize this and really give it a good chance, because if it has held on for so long, then I might try and start treating it a little bit better, and then I'll maybe start fertilizing it with the roses once a week and see what happens. But the first thing that I need to do is to get this area taken care of a little bit, and yeah. Okay, so that was that for this plant. If you have a good watering system and you can keep it happy with enough water and a sunny place that um, you have to put it. Then, as you can see, it's quite a nice, attractive plant. Yeah, it's just a nice yellow. It's tall enough, depending on where you would like to put it, and it goes well with echinacea that are here. Um, yeah, which is everywhere in our garden. So yeah, uh, that's it for the. Oh, did I say what this plant is called? Okay, so this is called the sneeze weed, and no, it doesn't make you sneeze or anything like that. It's just the name that it's called by. The scientific name is helenium. Yeah, but it's commonly called sneeze weed. So yeah, that's a sneeze weed, and we have some friends here enjoying it. So as you can see, it's good for the bees to like it. Okay, so for today, task in the garden is that I am going to. This is at the small area that I have here with a couple of roses and the hibiscus. I need to go in and get the spent roses out and cut those back. That rose, I need to take care of that a little bit. And mm, I've been forgetting to fertilize this area when I fertilize my other roses, so I need to get on top of that. And then there are also some hibiscus seedlings in here that I need to come in and take care of. So I'll I'll do that with my cleanup. So for example, those are like at least 5 hibiscus seedlings that are not supposed to be there because I really don't want any more hibiscus. I'll look at the hibiscus in another video because they have started blooming. So like this has been remiss of me because I've kind of let this part of the garden go a little bit. So all of that I need to just quickly come in and trim away or cut away, because look what is happening over there. If I can focus on that, if we look right there, we see that I don't want to happen. Those are seed pods that are developing from the rose, and that's just taking energy that I don't want the rose to spend in that area. So that's right there is a seed pod. I need to do this today. I need to get in and cut out or cut away the spent roses that are there. But at the same time, it's working on new buds. Like there, we have new buds over there. So yeah, if I get rid of the spent roses, then those buds will come in faster. So that's what I'll do. Another thing that I need to do is I need to clean up this area. This is where we have our grill, and all of those are Centranthus rubor. Look at that. These things are like weeds, but they're pretty weeds because look, it's blooming. But I'm going to lift up the tiles. No, those are not tiles. What would you call them? I'm going to lift those up because they're just on sand, and then it's going to be easy to just get rid of those. So look at that. So this is one thing that you need to be aware of if you have Centranthus rubor or rubor, that they do sow themselves out very, very liberally. But they are one of those, they're not so difficult to get rid of. I can pull them up quite easily. So that's what I'll do. So yeah, that's going to be it for this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.